Namaskar everyone, and a very warm welcome to our Healing Circle today, live stream from Trinidad and Tobago. It's always a joy and a pleasure for us to be in this co-created field together with you. As you know, the Healing Circle has 3 segments, and every segment builds on the other one. The first one, it's aimed to prepare for the next ones, to let go all the tensions from the body collected throughout the day, from the mental field, emotional field, and also opening up us to more the awareness of our physical body and also our energy body, the subtle body. So in this first segment, we always want to do breathing exercising, a bit of stretching, also clearing our organs, so we are more ready in the next segment to build up on that healing space from a clearing space of the mental, emotional, and physical body. So let's start today with a bit of centering, and then we go into the practices. Wherever you are, either you are sitting on the chair, either you are standing up, please be aware of your physical body posture. The spine should be always erect, with a lengthening direction towards the crown, and also a grounding direction towards the floor. Let's bring our mental field into the present moment awareness, letting go the day, and also surrendering the future, being totally here and now with your physical body and with your healing space. Let's open up the mental field for more clarity, centering, intuition, and guidance. Bringing more space into that field, more silence, more peace. Observing deep within, in the body, in the inner field, subtle, and also bringing the emotional space into peace, acceptance, kindness, joy, and love. As you pay attention to the chest area now, wanting to clear the nervous system of the chest, observe what you feel, holding your body also in that awareness, as well as your subtle world of emotions. Observe if the breath changes, if any sensation occurs. We're going to work it out throughout the practices. And in this peaceful, loving space within, holding also the physical body, let's observe our vitality, our energy field of the body, expressed also in the belly area, connection with all the organs in that area, the legs and the feet, the lower spine. Observe the radiance of the body or the stress of the body. All of these are revealed now. And making a connection with the body, let's remember we are nourished by the earth field, through the legs, through the feet. Observe that energetic connection with the earth. as a tree rooted on the ground. You feel more stable in the body, in the lower area, with an open heart and an open mind, connecting now with the celestial field above the head, above the sky, the source of all energies. And let's express that the source of all energies, Earth and I, are one. With this awareness, slowly you can open your eyes when you are ready and maintain this connection throughout the whole session. So before we want to recharge the nervous system for receiving more energy and being more open for this tremendous field of grace and energy in this healing circle, we want to let go this stress and also observe the tensions. So I'm proposing a simple exercise, the shaking Qigong, or just shaking exercise. It's always good to do it anytime you feel stuck, especially if you sit a lot on the chair. So here, it's a slow jumping from the heels. And we start with moving the fascia, the soft tissues on the body, the skin and under the skin, and shaking out. We want to release all the tensions there. The nervous system, it underlies there as well. Now when we do this, of course, we want to bring the awareness of the breath, of the oxygen, eliminated carbon dioxide. So we want to start breathing. And as we shake from these soft tissues, let's go into the joints. These are important gates where the energy can get stuck. You can observe your ankles, your knees, your hips, your wrists, neck, all the joints, and shake from there. Let go. Breathe in and out. And now we shake from the organs. We reposition the organs. We connect with our organs and we shake them. The muscles. And now we can observe our structural, the skeleton, how it holds everything together. The bones, we can breathe in through the bones. And you can shake faster and faster and faster and observe in the neck or in the shoulders, lower back, anywhere you have tension. I'm just exaggerating a bit for you, encouraging you to move, to dance, to let go, and to start breathing. Faster and faster and faster and faster, and we stop. Breathe in, embracing the physical body and the energy surrounding the body. Breathe in deeply, lengthening the arms, connecting with the source of all energies, and breathing down in front of the body like a scanner. We want to observe all that is stocked and breathing it down into the earth. Slowly. Again, breathe in. And observe. And just release the hands for a moment and make sure you have a good physical posture with the knees parallel, spine erect, slowly rounded shoulders, hands dropping down, and also the perineum tucked in slowly. So you can have these energy gates of the body open. Now, as you started the process, pay attention what is happening at all levels. We're going to start breathing in deeply, the cleansing breath, but in a way that it's combined with the Qigong practices of cleansing the triple burner. That means when you're going to breathe in up the spine, we breathe in, open the belly, open the chest and upper chest. We want to move the energy from the lower area of the body up and also on the spine. And when we reach here, the top, we want to bring the energies from the head and mental space and emotional space, sometimes too much heated, too much overwork. We want to bring it down, breathing it down, down, down into the Manipura, into the kidneys, the lower organs, and after that all the way down into the legs. So here it's a combination of the cleansing breath, breathing up the spine and in front of the body, but also moving the energy from the head and emotion down, cooling it down, moving down into the lower area, and then when we breathe in, we bring the energy from the lower organs, kidneys, up into the mental space and into the field of emotions. So let's start. Breathe out. Breathe in, open the belly, chest, upper chest. All the way up. And now moving the energy down in front of the body from the mental field, emotional field, down into the Manipura kidney and all the way down. Again, in. In again. One more. Here a deep in breath, out breath, letting go, and take a moment coming back to the standing posture and observe. Observe the mental and emotional field, if it's more balanced, more cool, more energized, more clear, more bright, as well as the lower field, the belly area, the nervous system here, if it's more activated, more heated up. We want to heat up the kidneys to bring more energy into the kidneys. That's why we breathe from the mental, emotional field, excess of energy, too much energy into the kidney, and then we breathe up into the emotional, mental field in a reverse way. Very beautiful, everyone. Now, here I would like you to cover the right nostril, and we're going to do the same breathing through the left nostril, because we want to activate the Ida and Pingala channels of energies and also bring more awareness into the brain. So here again, the cleansing breath, only with one nostril breathing. Breathing out through the mouth and in through the nostril. Breathe in, deep, deep, deep. Breathe in through the left, all the way up into the brain. Again, moving down the energy into the kidneys. One more, energizing the right brain. Now breathing in and out normally. Take a moment to observe the left nostril and the right brain or the right side of the head area. We're activating the pituitary gland, the master of the all glands. We calm the nervous system of the head, the mind, bring more oxygen, more energy. Now let's cover the left nostril and we breathe in through the right and out through the mouth. Breathe in. In again. Deep, deep in breath in through the left brain. One more. Lower the arms, breathe in and out normal. And observe now both hemispheres of the brain. Observe the mental space, the point between the eyebrows, at the back of the neck. Observe the mental and emotional field now. Beautiful, everyone. Now, as we want to energize also the heart space, the emotional space, we're going to bring now here the 6 healing sounds from the Qigong, also breathing into the organs, letting go all the stress, all the stagnant or too much energy into the organs. Therefore, we want to bring deep cleansing at all parts of our being. We start with the lungs, and the sound we're going to be right? So here we're going to breathe in. And we're going to breathe out in moving the hands in front. Breathe in. Again, all the stress from the lungs, breathing out. One more. Breathing deeply in. Now bringing the palms in front of the lungs, rounding the shoulders, rounding the arms, like you hold a ball of energy in front of your lungs. Let's keep our energy field in our awareness, and also bringing a smile into our lungs. Continue to breathe into our lungs as we feel guided, allowing the energy to breathe in and through us. Of course, when you breathe in, you feel an expansion, and when you breathe out, you feel a letting go, or even withdrawing more energy, absorbing more energy into the lungs. So here in the lungs, sometimes we'll hold sorrow, grief, deep, deep pain emotions, bringing a loving space into our lungs, a healing space into our lungs, the joy and the peace, the love into our lungs. We're going to bring more healing into our entire system. And release the hands. Now the next organ, we go into the heart. And here we're going to breathe out with a ha sound. We want to target the organ through the movement, and also with the mind we want to connect and breathe out all that need for love, unfulfillment in our relationships, all that we hold on into our emotional field. Here I'm inviting you to open the palms in front of your body as you hold energy or your desire for healing into your palms. Breathing in, moving the palms on the side of the body, slowly dropping the shoulders. We continue to breathe in, and now slowly we bend backward, and we want to open the chest, to open the heart and stimulate the heart. And we connect now here with the heart and all that unresolved emotional field. Breathing in, and when we breathe out now, we want to hug ourselves, continue to breathe out. Into the heart, breathe out. Squeeze the heart, squeeze your body, and again, letting go. We're going to continue and repeat the exercise. So again, breathing in, connect with the heart, all our emotional field, or that we want to release, deep breathing. Opening the palms. Now we open the chest, we open the heart, we connect with that organ and the emotional field. We hold on here a bit. And now breathe out slowly. Squeeze the heart, squeeze your body, and drop and very beautiful. One more. Breathe in again, connect. Breathe in, balance. We balance the mental, emotional. Breathe out, cooling the mind again, cooling the emotional field, relaxing, distressing, moving it down, connecting with the field of the kidneys, that energy field. And take a moment now to relax and observe, to integrate. Smiling to our heart, smiling to our emotional field, bringing the emotion of joy, love, forgiveness. Feel that you are healed physically, energetically, and also spiritually. Very beautiful, everyone. Now going more to the organs that are below the rib cage, the liver and the spleen and the kidneys, let's start energizing now a bit the stomach. So with the palms together, one on top of the other, let's move the palms and make a massage on our organs here, on the intestines, stomach. The root of disease starts also in the stomach, so it's very important here. You can connect also with the Manipur chakra, lower dantian, lower brain, and pressing with the palms as you press. Deep breath into the belly. And now you're massaging also the liver and the spleen. We target the spleen and all the organs here. And relax. Take a deep in breath here. And deep out breath. Energizing here the lower dantian, the lower brain. Deep in breath, opening the belly. Breathe out. Belly goes to the back of the spine. Breathe in, open the belly. And all the organs that are here, breathe out. Belly goes to the back of the spine. Breathe in, open. Energize, hold a ball of energy. Breathe out and squeeze here. Condense the energy. One more. Beautiful. We can take just one moment to feel this field of energy now in front of below the rib cage, in front of the belly area. All these organs here, as I mentioned, there are a couple of them. We want to target them and bring cleansing there. Now let's go into the liver on the right side, a big organ. The sound will gonna be shh, and the emotion we want to release is anger. So now here, let's breathe in and stretch the hands above the head, stretching on the right side. Breathe in, and when we breathe out, we bend and we squeeze the liver. Breathe in again. We stretch the liver, leaning over the left side. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out and relax. Let's place the palms on the liver, smiling into the liver. All the anger from the liver, it's expelled. Feeling the energy there. 2 and 1. And the last one will be for the spleen. So here we go the same in the opposite. The sound will be breathe in. We lean now on the right side, stretching now the spleen. Again in. In again. Breathe in. And breathe out. For a moment before I invite Divya to come and take you further into the beautiful healing through the Reiki practices, take a moment to observe the energy field in the lower dantian, in front of the belly, all the organs here, the kidneys at the back, energizing them, nourishing them, loving them, healing them. And stay in this healing process until Divya will come and she will take you further in the beautiful, energizing practices of the Reiki. Namaskar everyone, always a joy to be with you. Namaskar.
Namaskar, everyone, and welcome to our Reiki segment of the Healing Circle. Now that your energies are flowing so nicely, we can move directly into the Reiki segment. So make sure that you're seated very comfortably. Minds are peaceful, heart is open and loving. And let's just take a few deep breaths as you center deep within our core. Make sure you're very relaxed. Now let's bring our hands in Gasho, the prayer position. And here we do our opening Reiki prayer. Divine Reiki Masters, God and Gurus, Masters of the Light, Guardian Angels, we invite your presence at our session this evening. We ask you to guide us, to help us. We ask that your pure energy flow in and through us, bringing to us all that we need. Let us take a moment to set our intention for our healing this evening. Now let's lift our hands to our third eye in humility as we offer that intention to the divine. On the out breath, let's bring our hands back to the heart. Now let's place our hands flat at our heart center and take a few more deep breaths here, because we want to connect to that great bright light within our sacred heart. And as we deeply breathe into the center, our light gets brighter and brighter, stronger and stronger, vibrating throughout our body. This is our center of love. This is where the Reiki energy flows from, deep within our core. We are that energy, that Reiki energy, and let's connect it. And feel that energy flowing from our heart, down our arms, into our palms. You may feel a tingle in the palm of the hand. You may feel heat in the hands. Or you may feel nothing at all. That's quite all right. It is flowing. And now that we feel that energy in our hands, let's lift our hands and place it at the top of our head. Fingertips touching at the center. And here we send in Reiki energy to our left brain, to our right brain. Bring in balance to male and female energies. Reiki energy is vital, it's living, it's flowing. And feel it flowing deep within the brain, energizing, stimulating brain cells, the pineal gland, now let's slide our hands to the back of our head, the base of the skull resting in the palm of the hand. And here we can feel a sense of peace. Now let's bring our hands to the front, covering our face, covering our third eye. And here we bring in healing to our eyes, to our sinuses, to our pituitary gland, facial muscles, this is our third eye center. Here we can stimulate our third eye. Here we have the sense of clairvoyance, intuition. Now let's bring our hands lower down to our throat chakra as we cup our throat. This is our center of communication, of listening, self-expression. Here we also have our glands, thyroid glands, thymus gland, And feel that energy flowing from the heart, bringing healing to these glands, to the throat center. And let's slide our hands across the top of our chest. Here we have the upper lungs, thymus gland, Reiki energy is removing all stagnant energies, bringing light to this area. Let's bring our hands a little lower, just above the breast. And here we have our physical heart, our sacred heart, our lungs, a center of love, our emotional center, and as that Reiki energy flows from deep within us to our physical heart, see that energy being pumped throughout our body, flowing with our blood, bringing more life to our blood cells, bringing more energy to every part of the body. Bringing healing to our breast, to our lung cells, now let's bring the hands a little lower, just below the breast. Here we have the lower lungs, the diaphragm, the liver, the spleen. And let's bring these organs in our consciousness and see the Reiki energy flowing to them, bringing healing to them. You can send your love to them. Now let's slide the hands just over the navel area. Here we have the digestive organs, our navel chakra. It's our center of vitality. And here is a place where we store a lot of negative energies, a lot of anger, a lot of unforgiveness, a lot of guilt. And let's see that Reiki energy clearing those out, sending them into the Reiki light. And in its place, there's love, forgiveness, compassion for oneself. Now let's bring the hands a little lower to the second chakra. Where we have the reproductive organs, the bladder, and let's give these organs our love and support as Reiki brings strength to them. Now let's bring our hands over the pubic area to our first chakra. Let's hold it in our consciousness. It's our center of survival. It's where we connect to the earth, to this realm. Now let's bring our hands to the back where we have our kidneys, and let's send Reiki energy to our kidneys, those vital organs. And just above the kidneys we have the adrenal glands. And here we store a lot of stress. And feel Reiki energy flowing from that great bright light down our arms, through the palm of our hands, to our kidneys, to our adrenal glands. Releasing all stress. Now let's bring our hands a little lower to our hips. As we send Reiki energy to the hip bones, to the muscles in this area, They give us support. And let's slide our hands to our thighs. Sending energy, Reiki energy to the bones, the ligaments, the muscles. Let's send our hands, place our hands on our knees. And let's bring strength to our knees. Now let's go to our ankle. We can lift or we can go down, whichever one. And let's go to the next. Now let's shake our hands off. And let's take a few deep breaths as we prepare for our prayer box. Now connect again to your heart space. To that great bright light, the source of the Reiki energy, and feel it flowing. Now lift your hands, palm facing forward, and let's send that Reiki energy to all the intentions that are held in our prayer box. And if there are others that you would like to send healing to, bring them to mind, including yourself. And we ask for healing for everyone according to thy divine will. O Supreme One, we thank you for all the healing that took place and all that is yet to come. We love you, Lord. We praise you, Lord, and we thank you, Lord. Oh, peace, peace, peace. Thank you, everyone. And now let's just bring our hands back in Gasho as we prepare for Guruji with our Namaskar. And thank you, everyone.
Namaskar everyone, and welcome to this segment of our healing circle, and it's the meditation segment. As we begin, let me say to you that the mind is the most powerful part of your being. And of course, we mean the ego mind. A lot of us find that ego mind to be uncontrollable. Some of you may have partial control over it. But don't be too excited about that, because it still leaves the mind restless at some deeper level. The good word is that your mind is completely controllable. And not only that, it's an amazing tool under your control. The mind is an instrument, antikarana. And it's an instrument of another instrument, the ego. Ego is only an instrument of the greater power. But ego and mind and senses and the operational pranas that operate your physical, they all need to be under your control. And you have the ability to take charge of that. You have the ability to take charge of that. Think of how wonderful it is to be able to manage your thought energy. Now, I'm not just saying thought, but it's an energy. So think of how wonderful it is, exciting, that you can manage your thought energy, that you can think what you want to think, when you want to think, how you want to think, as much as you want to think, as little as you want to think. The thought is under your control. It is so sad in a system as ours that we don't teach that as a fundamental part of our education at the primary level. But this is what I want. To help you with. Managing energy has always been a passion of mine, continues to be. Mind energy, emotional energy, the energy, core energy in the body, sexual energy, physical energy, under control. And not just under control, but you're using it to create a vital and powerful presence, to support humanity in its growth, to be an example to others, and to guide others to also learn to develop that management of energy. That's what a meditation does. That's, the meditation that I teach you is not a passive kind of meditation, not letting go and living in space. It is how you direct the energy of the mind and thought and emotion to bring balance in the body and to use these energies productively, efficiently, and in a way to uplift yourself and those around you. This kind of training requires time and effort, discipline. But the great thing is You begin to see results when you learn the effective ways of doing it. Learning to manage the breath, learning to create a silent mind, learning to tap into the higher consciousness, learning to channel the different levels of energy, learning to identify the different levels of energy. There is so much excitement. There's always been in my being. As I journeyed through this path of energy mastery, energy awareness. Today I'd like you to remember that we need to be able to manage these energies that we use every day. And they're totally manageable. You should be aligned, your ego, energy, and mind should be aligned to the divine self. There's a divine intelligence within you, and that ego should be aligned to it. And you should be channeling appropriately. Appropriately means, depending on the circumstances, the situations around you, you're able to channel energies to bring harmony, to bring peace, to bring uplift, to bring healing. That's the kind of channeling of energies. It's marvelous only if you can appreciate how great you are, or how great that which is within you is. And we call it the higher self. It's another part of you. It is not something foreign to you, alien to you, different to you. It is you. It's another you. And as you grow in consciousness, the you that you think you are expands, and the you continuously evolves. That's why the ego, we can't say the ego has any permanent existence, because it continuously evolves its consciousness until it's transcended. It's transcended, not that it doesn't exist anymore, but the power that operates the system is beyond the ego. And the ego humbles to it, and the ego becomes an instrument of it. That is what enlightenment is. And that is what the goal is. So let me take you through the meditation process on this amazing journey of self-awareness, energy awareness, energy centers, energy mastery. Stay with me on the journey. And you know, I don't need you to be physically with me. Absolutely not. Because we are not physical beings. We are energy beings, and we can channel energy across the space. All I need is your image that helps me to see you and that I can see. I hold you in my inner space. I meet you in the inner space. And your physical presence means little. This COVID challenge doesn't faze me or hinder me in any way, because I can meet you in the inner space. In fact, it has been a blessing that I can work with you even more powerfully. Because when we think that we need the physical continuously, we don't. So let's meet each other in the energy space, and there our meditation begins. Let's give attention to the inner space. For a moment, just focus on the breathing. You use prana, vital currents, to move the breath. To open up the lungs to breathe, you use the prana vayu. These vital currents are called vayus. So, moment you begin to breathe in, well, of course, I like to breathe out first. So I use apana vayu. And to breathe in, prana vayu. So I use two vital currents to do that. And I learned to regulate those currents, pushing the air out of the lungs using apana vayu, and pulling the air into the lungs using prana vayu. And I'm doing it rhythmically. You can do it with me, because we are meeting in the inner space. Just breathe out the air from the lungs, the spent air. And breathe in fresh oxygen and free prana. In the space, there's prana, not the vayu, but prana, free prana. Like oxygen, you may call them life trance, as Yoganandaji called them. And what I do is employ what is called the Manas Chakra. The external brow, the chakra, the externalized brow is called Manas. So the moment I get to Manas, that's like a little knot at the center of the eyebrows, energy knot. If you focus on the center of the eyebrows at the front, not the physical front, but energetic front, and you focus on the medulla, you begin to feel this Manas Chakra. That is where control over the mind, the operational mind with the senses, that's where control begins. So begin to push the air out using apana vayu, pull the air in using prana vayu. Focus on the third eye center, Manas Chakra. That is the chakra that works with the senses, the physical senses, and the elements of nature. Focus on the medulla and draw. Begin to observe how you draw, not only oxygen to the body, but prana to the vital system. So the chakra system and through the nadis, the energy channels, the pranic channels. So even though you're observing the physical body, slip into the energy awareness where you can observe prana. That you're drawing energy into your vital system and you're drawing oxygen to the lungs and to the cells. Open the belly to breathe, important. Open the chest to breathe, breathe into the throat area, expanding the shoulders, gently. And do full lung breathing so you can really have the full power of prana and apana. When you learn to regulate those vital currents, those vayus, you begin to find that your mind automatically becomes peaceful. And when you find the Manas Chakra and that little energy not there, you find that you can bring your thoughts into stillness. Well, you can bring the mind into stillness. Stay with me. It's exciting when you can do it, when you find it. And if you use a mantra like Om, I use Om. Om is the mantra of the third eye. It's just a sound, primordial sound. And as I say it, I listen to it as well in a big space. So there's a big space of stillness in my being. The more you get to the source of being, the more you center in stillness, even as you operate. Prana and apana. This is the first step to well-being. Creating energy awareness. Energy management. Actually, pranayama means extension of the breath, extension of the energy behind the breath. Stay fully aware, fully attentive to the process. Stay connected to my words, to my energy, to my presence, to my guidance, and observe the magic that happens in the inner space when we work together co-creatively. Stay with skin awareness, body awareness, bone awareness, organ awareness. Stay with prana awareness, and then awareness of pure consciousness. And then staying in the eternal now. Once you move away from beginnings and ends, when the breath begins and when the breath ends, now let one breath move into the other seamlessly. Like a circle, in-breath into out-breath and out-breath into in-breath. With a nice transition in the pauses. Observing. Witnessing. Witness how the body distresses, the mind distresses. And as you observe the emotional field, just open the heart, if you haven't done so already, to absolutely love what you're doing and to be in gratitude for the gift of each other, the gift of higher awareness, and the gift of heavenly guides. Remember, I'm holding you in my awareness. We are all in an energy field supporting each other. Even as we operate individually. My being is happy. My being is harmoniously working with all of you as one. Just to remind you that your mind is a pranic field, an energy field. Even as it is silent, it is holding energy in potential. Energy that can be morphed into any thought pattern. Allow that energy of stillness to envelop your entire body, every cell. It's the Wu Qi, the stillness of energy. Where movement of the breath is just natural. Where the mind is quiet. And stillness pervades your being. And the entire body, every cell, is held in the energizing field of the mind. Their awareness is well-being, total well-being. And this is meditation for well-being. For balance, for restoration, for revitalization, for wholeness. No time, timeless. No beginning, no end. Movement is seamless. Cyclic. Breathe into the throat, giving attention to hearing, to listening to the silence, to quiet mind, to intuitive mind. Breathe into the heart, open up to loving being. Holding every cell, every organ. In a space of lovingness, the beautiful and harmonious energy of lovingness. It's like a balm, healing, comforting. And breathe into the gut, the core of the body, and the body feels a thrill of revitalizing its core, recharging the battery of the core. Breathe into the center of the eyebrow, the mana center. Focusing on the entire spinal column. And feel all the senses at peace. Like the horses of a chariot. Completely peaceful. And letting the only thought be Om, or just staying in the stillness of being. Observe how you feel. Observe how the space feels. Observe how the physical body feels. Observe how the subtle energy body feels. Observe how the mind feels, emotional being. Observe your composure, observe your connection to the divine. Observe your level of present moment awareness. Observe how more recharged you feel, how more vital you feel, how more present moment you feel, how much more energy aware you feel, and how much more in mastery of your own space and energies you feel. Open your heart to be in gratitude. Open your field to each other and to wishing each other well. That we be our brother and sister's keeper. And join me as we chant the Mahamrityunjaya mantra, as we think of our entire world, holding it in the energy of peace, love, and harmony, of healing, of restoration, and praying for higher consciousness across our world. This is the intent of the Mahamrityunjaya mantra. Join me, everyone. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhem Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mokshiyam Mamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhem Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan mrityor mokshiyam mamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhem Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan mrityor mokshiyam mamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhem Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan mrityor mokshiyam mamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhem Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan mrityor mokshiyam mamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhem Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan mrityor mokshiyam mamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhem Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan mrityor mokshiyam mamritat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaskar, everyone. For me, this session has been timeless. as though time didn't exist at all. That it feels like I just spent a moment with you. How, when we move away from change into the moment and stay in the moment, that we are in eternity. It's important to understand that the center of your being is eternal. It is not past or present or future. It's eternal. It's now, eternal. It's not in a timeline. It just is. So when you operate from there, not giving attention to beginnings and ends and one move into the other seamlessly, time goes. How joyful it is to be completely aware of every part of your being, every level of being, every facet of being, and to be in charge of the energies. It can only happen the more and more you center in the space beyond energy, gross or subtle, into the consciousness realm, the screen of existence, where everything begins and where everything ends, where emergence happens and emergence happens. Stay in the center, even as things emerge, even as a thought emerges, even as an emotion emerges. Just stay there, even as they exist in the space, thought and emotion. And even as they are dissolved, just stay in that space of screen awareness, pure being. And if you can't yet do it, then stay aligned to those who can. That's the magic of togetherness and co-creation. Stay with those who can. Stay with those who are aligned to higher consciousness. The power of association. We become like those we associate with. So, as soon as we are through with the Life Purpose course, which is the beginning of the year, we are coming into well-being, of course, which is my passion. So the next course that we are currently preparing for you, that's going to come underway, it's well-being. And all these healing circles will become the practice. I'm tremendously excited about the next course that's coming up. And I hope that we can wrap you in that excitement. It's a year for well-being. It's a year for sadhana. It's a year for practice. It's a year where we can hold each other together and stay strong. Keep the immune system high. Stay in balance. Go deeper in conscious being. And let's walk this path together. Doesn't matter if you can't come to the ashram. The ashram is going to come to you. We'll create a virtual ashram where your home will be an ashram. Your workplace will become an ashram. Wherever you are will become an ashram. Isn't that beautiful? That we can live in oneness. One world, one ashram, one community, one family. If our collective existence can't have it yet, we can. If the Satyu can't happen in the collective, it can happen in our individual family space. Let's hold the consciousness of Satyuga, where truth and beingness prevail. where harmony and love and peace prevail, where brotherhood and sisterhood prevail. That is the blue star. And that is the mission of Sri Vasudeva. So let me wish you a beautiful day, everyone. It's been pure joy being with you in timelessness. Let's celebrate spirit. Even as we move in energy and share energies across the space, let's celebrate spirit. Changeless, timeless, boundless. Be blessed, everyone. May we all be blessed. Namaskar.